Alright, so this is going to be a pretty big update video and I've got a lot of things I need to cover, so much so that I actually have a book here that has a list of all of the things. Now, first things first, let's just quickly tick it off. I have a second channel. I'm pretty sure you're probably aware of it by now, but you should go and subscribe to it because that's where I'm uploading everything else that's not related to audio, be it builds and things related to the new house and those sorts of things, which is basically what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, but I need this one to go up on the main channel because it particularly involves speakers. So, first things first. Now, there's a lot of stuff in this video that's possibly going to cause a little bit of debate. I'm going to be redoing a new system from scratch. That means these speakers right here behind me, they're all going. And when I say going, I don't mean like disappearing off the face of the earth. I'm going to pull all of the components out and I'm going to have all the components in a separate box because, well, they weren't designed correctly, and as you will have seen in the comments when I released the build videos, they weren't by any means done correctly. I went with pre-assembled crossovers instead of custom crossovers, and you know what? It's all a part of a learning curve, so I've definitely learnt for next time, custom crossovers it is. So all of those speakers I'll be pulling the drivers out of, the drivers will be going in a box, and what I'll be able to do is then, if I'm doing builds later down the road, I should have a bunch of speakers that are already ready to be used. So that's going to be good. It means I have the ability just to go out into the garage, grab a box that says Dayton 4-inch woofers, bang, pull a 4-inch woofer out, build a box, make a Bluetooth speaker, I don't know. But all of those speakers I will be getting rid of, purely because also the build quality wasn't the greatest. I used terrible wood glue and nails, and all the way around, all the joints are starting to crack. I don't know why. I thought the wood glue, the standard wood glue, you can see the Type Bond stuff that I've been using lately, much stronger. That standard wood glue though just doesn't seem to be holding up to vibrations at all. It's very apparent too on the Ultimax sub, which I'm actually sitting on as well, which is another box I've got to redo. I'll touch on that later. But all of the joints are cracking, even though these even had screws and nails in it. But again, we'll touch on that later. So next thing as well, again, replacing all speakers. So subs and all of the surround speakers. My computer setup will stay the same, Deli Center 1s as the left and right, and then on the ground will be that HF8, which is by far my best build ever. You saw I did rebate joins, there was plenty of glue, clamps, 45-degree clamps, which was able to keep the box perfectly square. That thing, once I joined it all together and I just ran the sander over for literally 20 seconds, came up absolutely perfectly. No filler required, straight onto the Duratex paint, which is way better than the paint that I've been rolling onto these because it doesn't show any imperfections. Not that there was hardly any on that box, but this has really motivated me to up my standard for my quality of my builds. So I'm going to be redoing everything. I've said that 100 times. So I'll be replacing them all. I'm going for a 4.2 setup or 4.4, and I'll elaborate on that in a second because I'm going to have a poll, and it's the first time I've actually discussed subwoofer options. I'm going to have a poll up soon, which you're going to be able to click on and select the option of subwoofer choice, because I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Whichever one is the most popular vote is the subwoofer option that I'll go for, and we'll get Parts Express involved with that. Go tell by the way, put it in the comment section down below. Tell Parts Express that, come on, you need to get involved with this build because it's definitely going to be something incredible. This room is going to be unreal. I know I can't get it across in a video, but I've got this image in my head and it's seriously going to be incredible. I cannot wait. And that's about 2 months away, give or take. The new house is basically getting there. It's about to get painted, then electrical goes in, gets final fit and finish, carpet, tiles, all that sort of stuff, driveway, and then we're there. And it's seriously creeping up. It's gonna be very soon, and I cannot wait for that. So I will be redoing subwoofers and I will be redoing all speakers. Again, 4-point setup. So I'm gonna have 2 left. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not having 2 left. I'm having front left and right and back left and right. No center channel. I'm always in the center position when watching movies. So with the sound stage of that left and the right channel, I don't even need a center channel, and I don't really have a spot to store it. Maybe possibly down the road, I'll make something up where I can store it. But as it stands right now, I'm thinking of going without a center channel and just having 4 identical surround sound speakers. Again, I have an idea in my mind, but I'm not 100% sold on it. Unlike the 2 subwoofer options, which I can't decide between. I haven't got a set option yet for those. So those I won't say anything about just yet. So the next thing, yes, new subwoofer options. So let's talk about it. 2 options, cannot decide between the 2 of them. I'm sold on one or the other, cannot pick. So option number 1, not Ultimax at all. No Ultimaxes are going to be going in the new setup because the impedance doesn't get right for the 7 Vega amps. I previously mentioned that I wanted to use the 1200 watt DSP amplifier by Dayton, which is the bigger version of the one I used in the HF build, but they've been having quality control issues and they're currently off the market. So that is unfortunately not going to be an option for me, which means more power because I'm going to be using the CB2800s again. Old, trusty, reliable amplifiers. I've got one more I've got to replace the fans in. It means I'm going to be delivering 2800 watts to each channel. So, options. HO 12-inch dual voice coil subs. Already got 2 of them, 2 more. Having 4, each pair being powered off an amplifier, 2 dual 12 cabinets with like huge ports out the side. I want no port noise, I want tuned about 30 hertz. It's going to be incredible if I did is option 1. So again, there'll be a card up the top left, picking option 1 and a 2 once I tell you the second option in a second. So that's option 1, 4 HO woofers. I couldn't got that more wrong. Option 1 is 4 HO woofers. So 2 dual 12 cabs. Or option 2 is the Peerless by Timpani, or however it's pronounced, I can't remember off the top of my head. 2 of their 15s, the ones that are rated at 3500 watts RMS each. Seriously incredible 15s. This is probably the option I'm leaning towards just due to the fact that I can make a smaller box and the RMS power is over double of what those Daytons can take, which means those Daytons there might potentially start another build. So that could be a potential 2 builds if we went for that option. Again, probably the 12's more surface area, probably play deeper, louder, but the 15's probably a much better quality woofer. Again, option is up there. Leave it up to you guys. Whichever one gets the most popular vote is the option I will go for. All right, subwoofer options are out of the way. We're getting Parts Express involved with this. Tell them in the comment section down below, Parts Express, we seriously need help with these builds. We're gonna get this system in this room is going to be absolutely incredible. And if we work together with this, we can seriously make something incredible. Next thing is surround speakers. Yes, the 4.2 or 4.4 setup. So I'm gonna have 4 identical surround speakers and either 4 HO dual voice coil 12-inch subs or the 2 Peerless 15s. So again, option is there for you guys. Go back and vote on that, which one. And the most common vote, I'll be very interested to see. As well as that, custom crossovers. So for these 4 surround speakers, obviously I'm going to need custom crossovers for them because I'm going to be using tweeters and woofers off the shelf. So again, learning from my mistakes in the past, not only will the build quality be much stronger, there won't be cracking, the box is going to look incredible. I've got way too many build designs in my head right now. I've got plenty of new ways to build things where it's going to be so much stronger and so much neater. I'm going to be mitering all the corners, I'm going to be putting biscuits in, gluing, clamping. There's going to be no nails, no screws. The joins are going to be way stronger than what they used to be. It's just going to be so incredible. I honestly cannot express how excited I am for this new build. But yes, 123 Toyed, I will get to help me with these crossovers. I'm going to message him fairly soon. We're going to discuss options for these surround speakers, sort of work out what the best thing is going to be. And I'm going to work with him. So I'll link his channel in the video description as well, because he is by far the most knowledgeable person I know personally that I've dealt with on a personal level and been able to privately message back and forth emails. So I'm going to get his assistance with custom building crossovers, and I highly suggest you go check out his channel if you are interested in custom designing your own custom crossovers yourself. Next thing as well, Ultimax box. Currently sitting on it right now, as you can hear, that is the nice cone that I'm just tapping just there. This box, wow. Again, I used the cheaper wood glue. I screwed and I nailed, which surprisingly I thought would be strong, but all the way around the box, and I showed it in the HF series build woofer, which is by far my best build. Again, I've said that. The box is cracking literally all the way around, despite using wood glue, the cheap wood glue by the way, nails and screws. The box around the entirety of it is cracking, and it's just showing the sheer pressure, one, of how strong these Ultimax subwoofers are, but it also shows the build quality and how it needs to be improved for the next box that I build, which leads me on to my next point, is that eventually I'm going to build a new box for the Ultimax. Parents subwoofer in their front lounge room right now is a 12-inch Wintel SW9000 woofer, where back probably 2012 I blew the sub out in that and replaced it with a Clarion woofer. It's siliconed in there. It is terrible. So I'm going to donate this Ultimax subwoofer to them for use in the front lounge room. I'm going to paint it nice Duratex box, nice big square port at the front. It's going to be a seriously incredible subwoofer, and I'm going to make that for them. So that will be another build that I'll be doing soon, and this Ultimax box will be going in the bin. Unfortunately, I spent a lot of time on this one with the double baffle on the front, but it's just not paid off because, well, the whole box is cracking due to the lack of good wood glue, and I guess the knowledge I had back then. I've definitely learned since then. And I guess that's one other thing that can be good with this channel is I'm teaching all the newbies as well, like myself, to all this woodworking and building of speakers, the ways not to do it by trial and error. So definitely invest in some nice wood glue, some nice clamps. I would strongly advise against screws and nails, as now I've realized that they do damage the wood and they cause some swelling around the outside, and some bruising of the wood is the word I was looking for. So even once you start sanding, you can never really truly get rid of a screw hole or a nail hole, unless you probably use some sort of Duratex paint, but that's not the point I'm trying to get across. HF 8-inch, yes, best build to date. Has definitely inspired me to do and replace all of these speakers right here. I can't get over this image I have in my head, and I can't express it, and I need to design it on SketchUp to show my image that is in my mind. But once this room is done, seriously, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be a massive work in progress. Obviously, this TV right here is a 46-inch Philips TV. It's not going to be used in my room. This is actually for my parents. I'm just storing it in here temporarily, but I'm going to be getting a 65-inch 4K TV, which will be wall mounted on a slimline bracket, which is going to make the room look more modern, because I got so many comments about the old house with the cheap TV I was using. It's definitely, just everything is just going to be incredible in this room. I seriously cannot wait. Next point was the second channel. Yes, I'm pretty sure people are getting the point now. I have a second channel, so please go and subscribe to it, because I am trying to grow that channel, and I'm going to be doing behind the scenes builds for all of these builds. Behind the scenes videos is, yeah, that's what I meant to say. So what that means is I might take this camera out here, because I have two 80Ds, and I'll put one on there right now with the wide angle lens that it's currently got on it. Then I'll mic myself up with this little mic here. And as I'm walking around the garage, I can talk you through what I'm doing, setting up cameras, all of this sort of stuff. We might make like a 7 or 8 hour long video, which is just me building speakers. And that's going to be ridiculously long editing time and uploading time. But trust me, it'll be worth it to have some cool behind the scenes videos like that. So you guys get to see the process that not only goes into building these speakers in a more raw form, but also get to see the filmmaking side of it from behind the scenes. So that's another thing I'm thinking of putting on the second channel, a behind the scenes builds, completely raw and unedited video of me building these speakers. And again, the last point, the new house is give or take 2 months away. So it's definitely fast approaching. We're gonna be doing a new build. It's going to be up to a new standard. It's going to be incredibly good. And I seriously cannot wait. We just need to get Parts Express on board with this new build and make them as excited about it as we all are, because this build is going to be seriously incredible, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video and I'm as excited now as I am about this new house after me telling you some of these new plans and things that are going on. Make sure you voted up there for your subwoofer choice, what you would like to see in my room, because whichever one of those options gets the most votes is what I'm going for. One thing I will just touch on, the HO dual voice coils will be 1400 watts RMS each. Because the impedance as well, the reason I'm going for those two options is the impedance is correct for my CV2800s. I can wire them down to 4 ohms. So the HOs will be 1400 watts per cabinet, 2 dual 12s, or these peerless ones will be a single 15 in each cabinet, but they're able to take 3500 watts RMS somehow through their like 7.2 inch voice coil. It's absolutely ridiculous. And they would, for once, I'd have a subwoofer that is too powerful for the amplifiers. So they're the two options. Make sure you voted. With that being said, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this update video. As I've said, you should now be much more excited, because I just cannot explain how excited I am. Oh God, I can't even talk. You know what I mean. It's gonna be good. With that being said, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. That's the 4th time I've said that now. I'll see you then.